Judah, the fourth son of Jacob and Leah, stands as one of the most compelling figures in biblical lore. His life is a dramatic tale of transformation, rising from the depths of grave moral failures to emerge as a beacon of leadership and redemption. Unlike his older brothers Reuben, Simeon, and Levi, whose rash decisions led them down paths of ruin, Judah's journey is marked by deliberate growth and a profound embrace of repentance. Although his birth order might have initially sidelined him from the coveted birthright of leadership, he was born into a family rife with rivalry and tension. Leah named him Judah, meaning praise, a tender tribute of gratitude to God after years of struggle, a name that would come to symbolize the hopeful promise of transformation and the enduring power of redemption. Judah's early life, much like that of his brothers, was molded by the intricate family dynamics and the fierce competition for Jacob's favor. His first notable moment in the biblical narrative unfolds during the saga of Joseph, a younger brother whose favored status and prophetic dreams of supremacy stirred envy and deep resentment among his siblings. The tension reached a boiling point, with the brothers' hatred urging them toward a deadly plan to end Joseph's life. Yet it was Judah who intervened with a startling proposal. Instead of shedding his brother's blood and carrying the burden of guilt, why not sell him to passing Ishmaelite traders? In a moment of cold practicality, he argued, "What will we gain if we kill our brother and cover up his blood? Come, let's sell him. After all, he is our brother, our flesh and blood." Though his suggestion appeared more merciful than outright murder, it was still a betrayal, a decision that would unleash years of heartache and separation for their father and Joseph alike. Judah's choice to sell his brother, motivated more by convenience than compassion, marked the beginning of a series of moral missteps that would haunt him for years to come. The brothers wove a cruel deception by presenting Joseph's blood-stained robe to their father, convincing him that a wild beast had claimed his beloved son. As Jacob's grief deepened over the years, Judah and his siblings stood by, silently witnessing the pain they had orchestrated. Deep inside, Judah carried the heavy burden of that deceit, knowing that he had played a pivotal role in Joseph's suffering and the heartbreak that shattered their father's world. Following that fateful betrayal, Judah's life took a deeply personal and sorrowful turn. The biblical narrative then shifts to reveal a chapter that lays bare Judah's evolving character and his arduous journey toward redemption. In the aftermath of the events with Joseph, Judah distanced himself from his brothers and settled in Canaan, where he married a Canaanite woman, a union that would mark the beginning of a turbulent legacy. He became the father of 3 sons, Onan, and Shelah. Yet, tragedy was quick to follow. His eldest son, was deemed wicked in the eyes of the Lord and was struck down, leaving his wife Tamar, a widow according to the customs of the time. In an attempt to secure an heir for his fallen son, Judah instructed his second son, Onan, to wed Tamar and carry on the family line. However, Onan's refusal to fulfill this solemn duty incurred divine punishment, leading to his untimely demise. Consequently, Tamar found herself twice widowed and burdened with a future unfulfilled by children. A poignant testament to the complex interplay of duty, failure, and the painful cost of redemption in Judah's life. Fearing for the safety of his youngest son, Shelah, Judah deliberately withheld him from Tamar, breaking his solemn promise to secure a husband for her. This act of neglect plunged Tamar into a perilous state, leaving her without both a husband and an heir, a dire predicament in ancient times. Yet determined to claim her rights and preserve her place in the family line, Tamar resolved to take bold action. Adopting the guise of a prostitute, she stationed herself by the roadside, waiting for Judah to pass by. When he came, unaware of her true identity, Judah approached and offered payment for her services, not realizing that this fateful encounter would seal his destiny. Later, when Tamar revealed that she was pregnant, though Judah remained oblivious that the child was his, he condemned her to death for immorality. In a dramatic turn, Tamar produced Judah's seal, cord, and staff, the very items he had given her as a pledge during their encounter. Confronted by this undeniable evidence of his hypocrisy, Judah was forced to face the reality of his actions. In a moment of striking honesty, he declared, "She is more righteous than I, since I wouldn't have given her to my son Shelah." This confession marked a decisive turning point in Judah's life. For the first time, he openly acknowledged his wrongdoing, accepting full responsibility for the pain he had caused. That encounter with Tamar, though born of deep personal failure, became a crucible of humility and repentance. In recognizing Tamar's righteousness and confessing his sin, Judah's character begins its transformation. No longer the man who once acted with calculated indifference, he emerged as one who understood the heavy weight of his choices and the vital need for integrity. This inner change would echo throughout his life, ultimately coming to light years later when famine drove Jacob's family to Egypt, setting the stage for an unexpected and fateful reunion that further revealed Judah's newfound wisdom and character. By this time, Joseph, whom his brothers had once sold into slavery, had ascended to power as the governor of Egypt. When the brothers arrived, unaware that the man before them was their long-lost sibling, they pleaded for grain, not realizing that their destiny now rested in the hands of the very brother they had betrayed. To test their integrity, Joseph demanded that they return with Benjamin, the youngest and most cherished son, as proof of their honesty. This demand thrust Judah into a heart-wrenching dilemma. Years earlier, he had participated in the callous act of selling Joseph, and now he faced the unbearable prospect of losing another beloved son, one dear to his father. In an astonishing display of transformation, Judah stepped forward with a promise that would forever redefine his legacy. He pledged, "I will be responsible for him. You can hold me accountable forever if I fail to bring him back." This was not the Judah of old, the one who once traded family ties for convenience. Here stood a man willing to risk everything for the sake of his family. The drama escalated when Joseph, still concealing his true identity, cunningly orchestrated a scheme to make it appear that Benjamin had stolen a valuable cup. In the ensuing crisis, it was Judah who once again emerged as the voice of compassion and contrition. In one of the most stirring speeches in biblical history, he offered himself as a substitute for Benjamin, pleading, "Please, let your servant remain here as my Lord's slave in place of the boy, and let the boy return with his brothers." His words were steeped in remorse and a deep concern for his father's sorrow, reflecting the immense weight of his past transgressions and the sincerity of his transformation. This act of complete self-sacrifice not only saved Benjamin, but also marked a profound turning point in Judah's character. A journey from betrayal to redemption, from indifference to genuine love and responsibility. This act of intercession shattered Joseph's resolve. Witnessing Judah's willingness to sacrifice himself for Benjamin, Joseph could no longer conceal his identity. Overcome with emotion, he revealed himself to his brothers and extended forgiveness for their past betrayal. Judah's transformation from a man who once sold his brother into slavery to one who now offered his own life to save another, was evident. This profound change showcased his growth into a leader embodying both compassion and responsibility, qualities desperately needed within Jacob's family. Judah's journey stands as one of the Bible's most compelling narratives of personal redemption. Initially, he was a man who betrayed his brother and deceived his father. Through a series of trials and sincere repentance, he evolved into a figure willing to lay down his life for his family. His story exemplifies the transformative power of humility and the potential for change, even after significant failures. It's noteworthy that from Judah's lineage emerged a line of kings, including King David, and ultimately the Messiah, Jesus Christ. Jacob's blessing upon Judah foretold this destiny. Judah, your brothers will praise you. Your hand will be on the neck of your enemies. Your father's sons will bow down to you. You are a lion's cub, Judah. You return from the prey, my son. Like a lion, he crouches and lies down, like a lioness. Who dares to rouse him? The scepter will not depart from Judah, nor the ruler's staff from between his feet, until he to whom it belongs shall come, and the obedience of the nations shall be his. This blessing signified Judah's ascendancy to leadership among his brothers. The lion imagery symbolized strength and royalty, while the reference to the scepter indicated a lineage of kings culminating in the Messiah. Judah's tribe became central to Israel's spiritual and political life, leading the southern kingdom and establishing a dynasty that would shape the nation's history. Thank you for engaging with our channel. We hope you're uncovering profound insights through these lesser-known Bible narratives. If you found this video enriching, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to stay updated with our future content. Sharing this video with your friends can be a blessing to them as well. Explore more of our videos by clicking the link in the description. We appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you in the next episode.